If I were a boy, even just for a day.
If I Were a Boy, I'm sure you've heard this song before. It's a classic pop and R&B song from the beautiful Beyonce. Beyonce, she's such a goddess. Anyways, she makes constant use of unreal conditionals throughout the whole song. And this is what we'll be analyzing today in this video together for you to understand better how these conditionals are used in English.
If I were a boy, even just for a day.
And if you were studying English in the language school roughly back in 2009, it's very likely your English teacher made you listen to this song from Beyonce and gave you a worksheet which looked something like this. Listen and fill in the gaps, students. I admit, I handed out many of these to my students. But that's because using Beyonce's beautiful voice makes your learning journey a lot more pleasant. So let's get into this. Conditionals. If you're not familiar with conditionals, here's a definition. A sentence structure where a particular situation and its result consequence are expressed in a complex sentence. A conditional has an if clause, so the condition, and a main clause, the result. In a nutshell, a sentence with if. So we have zero conditional, the first conditionals, the second conditionals, the third conditionals, and the mixed ones. I know this sounds a bit overwhelming, so to simplify it all for now, we're just going to separate them into two categories. The real conditionals and the unreal conditionals. The names are straightforward. Real conditionals suggest the conditional is a real one, and unreal conditional, you guessed it, an unreal condition. Something imaginary, something impossible or unlikely to happen, or even hypothetical. For example, if I were an animal, obviously I'm not an animal, that's impossible, it's imaginary. But if I were an animal, I would be... Let's take a close look at Beyonce's first sentence of the song. If I were a boy, even just for a day. Is she making use of a real or unreal conditional? Unreal, of course.
If I were a boy, even just for a day, I'd roll out of bed in the morning and throw on what I wanted and go.
These are the original lyrics, which written correctly would be, if I were a boy, I would roll out of bed in the morning and throw on what I wanted. So Beyonce sings I'd, which is the abbreviation of I would. And here in the sentence, we have a full structure of an unreal conditional, which looks like this. We have two clauses, the if clause and the main clause. The if clause simply consists of the word if followed by a verb in past simple. And the main clause uses a modal verb such as would, could, and might. These can be abbreviated, remember, followed with the main verb. Okay, now let's go back to the song and check if Beyonce uses any other modal verbs such as could or might.
If I were a boy, I think I could understand.
Bingo! Here she used the same structure but with a different modal verb. So far we've seen two unreal conditionals from Beyonce's song together. I'm going to leave the rest of the lyrics below. I want you to check them out and see if you can spot any more of these unreal conditionals. Type below in the comment box how many you can find. Let's see if we agree with each other on this one. If I was or if I were. And just to make sure you've got this, we're going to do a mini quiz right now. You have to do here is complete with were or was. Remember that you're going to be using was with a real conditional and were with an unreal conditional. If I, a billionaire, I could buy myself a mansion. I am sorry if I rude to you earlier. If I would not take the train. I hope you got this right. If you have any more doubts about the second conditional, please let me know so I can help you out. In the meantime, take care. Bye.
If you learned something new from this video, give it a thumbs up. Then, hit subscribe and turn on your notifications. Have a look around our channel for more hacks and tips. And if you're watching on another social media platform, like or follow our page. See you next time.